After a light, poor weather hiatus last week, race 3 of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races is going to try again. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV, and joining me tonight from behind the camera, our producer Bruce Nairn. We have our eye on a few classes out there tonight who are dueling for the top of the leaderboard. Norm Olsen's J92 QA2 in Perf 1 is losing a tiebreaker right now to William White's Seaburger at Cape Fear 38. Bazing and Aunt Jean are tied for points in the J35s, and in the Hairshop 12.5s, Peter King's Emma Lou and Cindy Weber's Hubcap are tied. We are waiting outside the pin right now. Kites are ready on the decks. Crews are counting down on their watches to the start.
Trying to sneak in there, Ashley.
Yeah, there's going to be a little battle between Themis, it's their first time out this Wednesday, and Seikadu. Early kites for those two. Dark Horse, the J111, coming in here at the pin as well. It's very pin favored. Let's give that start to Seikadu on starboard. The par 30 is going to have to do something. Oh, they're able to hold it. Got another one coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. So teasing. Buried.
Taryn Teague's blockade runner had a bit of an issue with the spin halyard. Got to look up before you attach that. Now he's got it around the topping lift. A couple more eyes on that should solve it.
A rough start.
There it is.
Well, actually, they look like they're actually still in good shape even after all that nonsense.
Yeah, they're going to be fine. There's some little wind puffs right up here on the left side of the course. 15 seconds still left to the start, and QA2 is making their way down the line like they have the past 2 races. Aunt Jean's a little early with their kite up. 3 seconds left.
Oh, yeah.
QA2 already knows they're over. They're coming up to shoot the line, not really dip it to restart. They're clear, and they're still going to have a just fine start.
Aunt Jean powers out.
QA2 is still looking for an X-ray flag up on the boat. They already took it down, so they didn't have to go up that high to restart, but they are definitely safe now.
They didn't get the memo.
No, now they're crossing the line at the next class is 4 minutes. The course is B1, as in Brazil 1, and Gratitude, belonging to Benedict Capuco, is the farthest one left onto their first mark, going through the jibe. And that battle in the J35s, Aunt Jean Bazing, unfolding right before our very eyes. Aunt Jean has the upper hand right now. We just heard the call from Gratitude. Kleberger, you have no room. Gratitude will be the first one around. And Aunt Jean's trying to figure out when they're going to jibe, because everyone had room on them.
Wait that one out.
Keeping the kites up, that's something they learned from the Perf 0 class right ahead of them.
A traffic jam.
Inigo says, in you go. They decided to sneak in there on the last J35 in here, and they are the first one around the mark. That's Jim Konigsberg. The top 4 boats overall are the next ones around the mark. Crash, Bat 4, Doghouse, and Doghouse is the red kite screaming in here on port. Gonna hold their kite as long as they possibly can.
Got a little pace on it.
It does. Didn't have to jibe right there around the mark, making a 9-degree turn.
Oh, you just peeled off.
Chassis Racing is pretty much free and clear there as Santa's reindeer really slammed it in there. Nice little puff of breeze, gonna keep everything nice and tight. Two CNC 30s make their way out to the track for the first time this summer. Themis and Flying Jenny. Themis had their kite up the entire last leg, and Flying Jenny didn't. It seemed to have worked out fairly even. That's Teddy Howland at the helm of Flying Jenny, trying to keep it even. We've gotten out to Mark B, and QA2 has tried to tack with their kite up. It is the Tiger kite, which is their flatter kite for reaching, but yeah, you gotta have somebody up on the bow to do the throw around.
I've never seen that actually work.
It's still hourglassing a bit. MI2 back here was a bit smarter. The Tiger came down, the Tiger went up. Meanwhile, Inigo at J105 is catching up to Perf 1 very quickly. They better watch out up there. Warren Richter is driving and calling the shots from what we can hear on Bat 4, second round for the J105. Another boat has decided, to wait until they got to the mark.
What the?
That was a struggle for Mirage.
Hey,
a lure drop turned backstay drop.
All right. What was that called?
Let's name it right now. Let's call that the B mark drop.
Has everybody forgotten that they? I mean, I don't get it. I'm not smart enough to figure this out.
Crash has got an interesting idea going now too. A lure drop. That one's going a little bit better, but they need to get their jib out. Who's on the jib? Who's on the jib? Okay, they got the jib out. Wind River was able to sneak in there though. I bet when all these boats saw the forecast of 4 knots, they didn't expect to be hiking out tonight. James Urban's Urban Myth is the first J70. Back inside the harbor, the Etchells are making their way back upwind. They have a windward leeward course set up for them as the perf boats sneak in between. The further they get in, the further right things are going. 1405, Jose Fuentes leading the Etchells so far. On this boat, we have Catherine Brady and Chris Brady. Catherine at the helm this evening. She just had her second baby daughter, and pretty much right after said, "You know what, baby? I got things to do. I gotta go sailing." She's only 6 weeks old. Catching back up to Perf 1, Craig and Dottie Saunders' Monkey Dust is within reach of Sleesburger right now. They might be winning. The breeze is shutting down a bit, but the competition is still pretty hot. Aunt Jean and Bazing have been match racing this entire 4-mile race. We've got 3 class leaders right here. Aunt Jean, Jose Fuentes, and Sleesburger. Aunt Jean has got a little puff though. They might be the first ones to cross. And so it will be. Jimmy Sagerholm's Aunt Jean wins the J35s for the evening, keeping him on top of the leaderboard. And Jose Fuentes, the first Etchels, has some traffic to contend with. Oh, trying to sneak it in there in front of Sleesburger.
Really?
Ooh, smooth moving. That's an Etchels move. They got that big heel, so they can just kind of coast and drift.
You get the big momentum.
And Sleesburger only owes Monkey Dust 3 seconds per mile, so they probably wrapped up Perf 1 in the lead as well. Thank you for joining us. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love. Thank you for joining us, Bruce Nairn from behind the camera, and of course the Boatyard Bar and Grill. See you next week for race 4 of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races.